Do you want to know more about model railroad operations? Why don't you stick around and watch this segment and say how we do it on my Scale Model Railroad, the Sayhurst Secondary. Hello everyone, Joe from Central Jersey Conrail and N-Scale, and welcome back to the Operations Series. So we are working on August 15th, 1988, and today we're going to be running the SA-39. So to refresh everybody's memory, the SA-39 calls out of Brown's Yard and runs all the way down to Toms River to service the Ciba Geigy facility. So as I indicated last month when we did our yard operations, I'm going to be introducing the new switch list today. So you know what, let's go over our switch list today and I'll show you how we filled it out. So as you can see, this is the one that I got from Conrail Historical Society, the Conrail switch list. This switch list got a lot of information on it. You can put in the industry name at the top. You can see I put Ciba Geigy. The DICCS Center, which I believe is the dispatching desk, I put in Allentown because that's where the railroad here is dispatched out of. The conductor is myself, Desmond. The job number is the same as the train number, WJSA-39. And date and time for work order is August 15th, 1988. Now, if you drop down into these columns here, you have your initials for your cars. Then you have the numbers of the cars, still the same. This one here differentiates whether it's a load or an empty, E being empty or L being loads. Then your kind is for what type of car it is, T for tank, LO for covered hopper. Now these next two columns, which is really nice, what I like about this compared to my old switch list, is it has an outbound column and an inbound column. So if you can see in the inbound column, those are the cars that we're taking down to Ciba Geigy to drop off it down there. And the outbound are the cars that we're picking up to leave the plant. Also, they have a spot number, so you can specifically tell which spot on that spur you want the car, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or however many spots they have on there. So right now I'm just putting in the 1 and the 2 spots. Then it has a remarks column, and that's if there's any kind of notes for it, or if you couldn't make your spot in the designated location and why. Also, if you had to drop the car somewhere else. So you can see a lot of information on there. So looking at our switch list, you can see we're going to be taking down 5 tank cars and a covered hopper to drop off, and then we're going to be bringing back a covered hopper and 5 tank cars as well. So that's our switch list. Okay, so we got all our paperwork in order. Crew's over in Brown's Yard. They got the train already. Air test is complete. So let's go over there and get our train. We'll get our Form D and get headed down the line and go to work. Okay, here's our train for today. The locomotive we have is B23-7, number 1980. We have 7 cars going down to Toms River. So let's call up dispatch, get our Form D. Form D is going to be C101 to C&E, number 1980. Crew of the SA-37. Operate in a south direction on single track between Browns and TRI. Dispatcher is Desmond. Time on a fast clock is 0817. Okay, so we got our Form D and all our paperwork, so let's head on down the line. Okay, so here we are down at Lakehurst. So the conductor is going to call up dispatch and we're going to get a new Form D. Form D C-102 to C&E number 1980, crew of the SA-39. Circle line 2. Operate in both directions on single track between TRI and end of track. Dispatch is going to be Desmond. Time effective is going to be 0850. Okay, so now that we got our Form D, we're going to go ahead and conductor is going to go ahead and unlock the switch. And we're going to open the turnout. Ah, 1980. Come ahead to my mark. That's good right there, 1980. Alright, so the conductor is going to close the turnout and lock it. Alright, so the conductor closed the turnout and now he's going to unlock the switch. Now we're going to call up dispatch and we're going to get cancellation on Form D C-101. Cancellation is going to be 0852 hours. Alright, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to drop some cars. I'm going to set my handbrake. I'm going to set a handbrake on the cars on the hill. Alright, I'm going to uncouple that train. We'll take the first 2 tank cars in. These cars are going... These 2 are going to the steam plant. The first 2. So we're going to take them in. Alright, we'll set a handbrake on that first tank car. Uncouple. Pull forward. Nope. Right, let's turn out. I'm going to couple on back on this train. Release that handbrake. Release the handbrake. I'm going to Back up some more. Now. Come forward. Now I'm going to back down and start working the steam plant over here in the corner, which you can't see because I got to move the camera out. Right there. Alright, so now I got to release the handbrakes on the two cars on the spur. What I'm going to do is reposition these cars because these two need to stay here and the two in the back need to come with us. So I'll get them in order. Alright, 1980, about 3 more car lengths. One more. 1.5. That's good. The conductor's going to open that turnout. 1980. Conductor's on the ground. Turnouts lined up. Push forward 5 car lengths. One more. That's good. Alright, so we're going to set a handbrake on this tank car here. Alright, and we'll push these two in the spot. Let's move that turnout. 1980, turnout's lined. Push forward 3 car lengths. We'll push these all the way in to the bumper. We'll set them handbrakes on both the cars so they're all set to go. There we go, that's a good spot. 1. 2. 3. right. A couple here. Now we're going to grab these 2 tanks and put them in here. Alright, so the conductor's going to close that turnout. And we need to go over and work 105 now. So we're going to take these 2 cars, we're going to back down and come up on this side. There's not enough headroom in here to do a full pull with everything. Alright, I'm going to drop these cars here. Set the handbrake. Alright, we'll couple these cars here. Release the handbrakes on those 2 cars. And we'll pull forward. Now I'm not going to have enough headroom in here to pull both those, so I'm going to have to pull them one at a time because I want to put the loads going inbound in the back. One 980, come on back 2 car lengths. One more. 1.5. On the pin. Okay. Now we'll release this here. A couple here. Alright. Conductor's going to move that turnout. 1980. Turnout's line for 105. Conductor's on the ground. Push back 7 car lengths. That's good right there, 1980. So we're going to set a handbrake. Now we'll go pick up that hopper and put that in there. Alright, good. So we'll line that turnout for 105. 1980, turnout's line for 105. Conductors on the rear, pushback 6 car lengths. Three more 1980. One more. That's good. All right, so we're going to set a handbrake on that Conrail hopper, and then we'll leave these two with no brakes so we can pick them up on the way out. All right, so now we're going to go down and pick up those 2 tank cars and come in here and work 108. Set a handbrake. Pull forward. Okay, so we're all set for our move now. So, conductors open this turnout. We're going to push back, or grab those 2 cars, and we'll move them around. 1980. Turnout's line for 108. Conductors on the rear. Push back 4 car lengths. All right, we'll release some handbrakes here. One 1980, push back 4 car lengths. That's good. We'll set handbrake. One 1980, turnout's line for 108, push back 5 car lengths to my mark. All right, so we're going to set some handbrakes. And go back and pick up those 2 cars and the car back on the hill. All right, so now I'm going to go over and pick up those 2 cars. All right, so now we're going to pull back and we'll put our train together. Okay, so before we move out of the facility, we need to do an air brake test, even though we're not in the configuration we want to be in for the ride home. So, the crew's going to air up the train. Okay. 1980, give me a set. All right. We're going to confirm the pressure on the EOT. 65 pounds. We're going to inspect the brake shoes and make sure all brake shoes are set. While the crew is inspecting the brake shoes, I'm going to go ahead and take care of our car cards. All right. Car cards are all taken care of. They visually inspected the brake shoes. All brake shoes are set. Now we're going to 1980, give me a release. Brakes are released. Crew's going to inspect. All right. All brake shoes are released. Test is successful. Now I'm going to double check my switch list and make sure we did all our work. There you go. All the work's complete. Okay, so this is how we're going to handle this. We need track down in Lakehurst to use the runaround. So I'm calling dispatch. Dispatch is going to give us the main line between milepost 54 and milepost 67. on the single track. Dispatcher is JD. Time on the fast clock, 13:46 hours. So we added it to our Form DC 102. This way when Form DC 102 is canceled, we can just head on down the line with our new Form D back to home. All right. Okay, conductor's going to unlock the switch. Open the turnout for Tom's River Industrial. We're going to pull out onto the main. Okay, so the conductor is going to line and lock the turnout. All right, now we're going to go back up. And we're going to pull in on the runaround at Lakehurst. Alright, so we're going to leave these two cars here. We'll set a handbrake. We'll leave those there and run around them. Set a handbrake on that tank car. I'll pick up those two hoppers off of the runaround, put our train back together, and we'll do another quick test. Alright, we'll release the handbrake. And our train's all repositioned, ready to go. We're going to do an intermediate air test. Okay, so now we got to charge the train line. Alright, train line's all charged up. 1980, give me a set. Alright, 1980, that's good set. From the pressure at the OT, 67, we're going to inspect. All brake shoes are applied. We're going to release. 1980 is a good set. Give me a release. Brakes released, and we're going to inspect. All right, all shoes are released. That's a good test. Test successful. Okay, so now, if you notice, our boxcar is right under the signal bridge there. And there's the turnout for the TRI. So we are technically clear of the TRI. So what I can do now is just call dispatch, and we're going to get a new Form D. Form D is going to be C103, dated August 15th, 1988, to C&E, number 1980, crew of the SA-39, circle line 2, operate in a north direction on single track between TRI and Browns, because we are technically north of TRI. So now that we've got that Form D, we're ready to go home, and we can take the cancellation of Form D C102 because we are still within the parameters of that additional track space that they gave us. So we're going to tell dispatch that we're ready to cancel, and cancellation on the Form D is going to be 1453. And with that, we are ready to proceed back to Browns Yard. Okay, we're back in Brown's Yard. Crew's gonna go off duty. Time on a fast clock for the cancellation of Form D is going to be 15:46 hours. Okay, so there you go. Good run. Really like the new switch list. They worked out really well. Much easier to read. I think the operators on my sessions are going to like them. 15:46 hours on the cancellation of Form D. So not a bad run considering we started at 8:52. So about an 8-hour job. So not too bad. Had to play around with some track space management down there to get some space over in Lakehurst. Used that additional line on the line 2 to give me some extra tracks to go down and move the cars around. And I thought it was pertinent because we moved the cars around in order and we uncoupled, so we had to do a air brake test before we headed out. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, that one area is still my toughest thing to do on this layout, is that little area with all that switching back and forth. It's a mind teaser. You got to be on top of your game, and you're trying to think 2 steps ahead and all the time. And yeah, but I enjoy it. Glad we have it. So this time around, decided to mix it up and send the SA-39 out first. Usually I put the SA-02 out, but you know, I wanted to keep it a little interesting, so kind of mix it up. So be sure to tune in next month when we do the WJSA-02. That's the area that services Sayreville over there. And other than that, that's all I have for you this episode. So if you're seeing this video for the first time, you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel because we're always doing a lot of operations videos, and I'd love to have you following along. Be sure you check out our Facebook page and Instagram account because I'm always posting daily updates of the status of the layout down here. And otherwise, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.